All right, bang, bang. It is Thursday, February 29th, Dave. You know what that means?
Leap year?
Leap day.
Leap day?
Leap day.
Happy Leap Day, Dave.
Happy Leap Day.
I don't like it.
Why?
I thought I was getting paid last night. I did it. Had to wait another 24 hours. Didn't appreciate that.
You got paid today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to wait
nice.
a day.
Fair complaint.
Nice little leap day, Dave.
Yeah, but why is that nice?
Yeah.
Well, because it's still 1 or
think it
2
even
days
works?
shorter than you would get it normally. What'd you say?
Do you think it even works?
I don't know. What's
How
the
would you
thing?
even measure that?
It's like for the sun and shit, right?
It's supposedly your days, we do it at 24 hours, but supposedly it's 23 hours and 56 minutes. So every 4 years, that adds up to a full day. So they stick it in there to push you back. But like, who knows when even the first day was? Why are we even counting so hard?
I don't know. I just trusted that there's someone a lot smarter than me that figured this out a long time ago.
You just stop worrying about little things like that.
Is that from Cosmos?
I don't think I've ever seen that show. You talk about it every day.
That's the only thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson has ever done that's been where he's like cool. I enjoy him.
I don't like him at all.
I know. Typically, I can't stand him, but in this, he's awesome. The show is awesome. Just trust me.
All right.
I wouldn't say that about him because he is an asshole. Papa's a douchebag.
Hey,
Flip it.
this
But the show's
podcast
awesome.
is brought to you by Portillo's. Portillo's always sounds good. They have unrivaled options for any occasion. Portillo's is great for having people over for the game. It also works for a tailgate or even delivered to the bar or brought to the new office. They have something everyone loves. Chicago-style hot dogs and Italian beef sandwiches with giardiniera are the classics, but we also love the cheese fries, onion rings, cake shakes, and the spicy chicken sandwich with hot giardiniera sauce is underrated. Portillo's is the food play for the upcoming spring training games. It's great for any occasion. Listen, this is Dog Walk. You guys know we do the drafts on Monday. We did an awesome Portillo's draft on the mid-show today.
True.
So make sure you flip over to that at some point, and we the four of us gush over 12 different items. It was a fun draft.
And it was easy. It came natural.
It did. It was very easy.
It was hard to pick a winner even, or
It's been great.
even argue.
Yes, we've had all the Portillos that we could ever want this week, and it's been awesome. They've been great. So shout out to Portillo's. Visit your local Portillo's or go to Portillos.com to order your Chicago dog for pickup or delivery. Portillo's. It always sounds good. All right. Do we want to start with your laughing attack?
It wasn't just mine, Ed.
No.
I
So
mean,
this is a
fine.
round table. When Dave's at it, it's a round table. It's full members of the board.
What are we going to talk about
Don't
now?
be confused. It's not a free swim.
Yeah, it's not a free swim. This is a round table.
Yes.
Okay, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure the people know too.
Okay.
So you were not just what happened?
Danny, you need to take it from here. Yeah. Danny, I trust that he's going to tell
Thank you
the
for starting me off,
truthful,
Dave.
unabridged details of what just went down outside.
This might be Dave's most self-aware moment of
Yes.
all time. I can't tell this story.
So we were sitting around the fire, passing around a joint, and I told Chief to Wu-Tang it. And to Wu-Tang it means to swallow it on the last hit. And Chief had it. Didn't think he was going to take me seriously for a second. But Chief had it. Probably still had a good 8 hits left. And Chief just starts ripping this thing. We're like, you don't need to go this hard. He's doing it for a 10-second hit. He's doing multiple at a time. We're like, whoa, Chief. It was Snoop Chief. And then we're like, well, we're still waiting for you to Wu-Tang it. You know, the hardest part has yet to come. You've just been hitting it this whole time. Like, we would have even hit it for you and just passed it to you to swallow it.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
And Chief didn't know the whole time what Wu-Tanging was, so he was just ripping the shit out of a joint, and he ultimately almost ended up puking in the yard.
But and then you explained to him that he had to swallow. He's like, oh, I was never going to do that. It
like-
wasn't that he had to smoke an entire fucking joint to himself in a matter of a minute. It's that he had to swallow a little piece of paper.
so you would have.
No, there's a filter on that.
And then
It's a microplastic.
but even after we had explained this to him like twice, he still had no fucking clue as we walked
you
inside.
did. You like one of you made like this little like zip sound,
and we
with
were
your-
chanting
like-
it too. We were like, yo, Wu-Tang it. Wu-Tang.
And he just keeps hitting it. We're like, all right, you're almost there. We were saying it was like being in an eating competition and watching the guy load up on appetizers before.
Now-
Like you haven't even started yet.
So I don't say this lightly.
You guys are too high. I don't get
I
it.
don't say this lightly.
You don't get what Wu-Tang is?
Yeah, you just
But
so you
Ed,
say you smoke
Ed.
and then you eat it at the end.
You just and it goes
That's
straight down
what. That's
the
the
throat.
exact thing that confused me. I didn't know what the fuck.
But I
that was.
told you swallow it too.
But
People don't do that though, right?
But it's a
all over
no, it's
my
not
legs.
I'm
it's
trying
a
not
thing.
to laugh again.
Enough for Dave even knew.
Dave, get it together.
Get
It's
this.
the hardest I've ever seen.
I
Dave
hope
laugh.
that camera
Dude,
is straight into
I would,
Dave's
I
eyes
would,
right now.
I would be
Take your
laughing.
head, you got to turn your head around backwards.
Yes, I know. I'm not giving you guys the satisfaction. I need you guys to listen to me first.
Lift that fucking head up right now.
I need you guys to listen to me first. You guys might not think so.
What'd you call us?
You guys might not think so. That might have been the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It was that funny. And I know I'm high. I would be saying that if I were dead fucking sober. Danny, please back me
It
up.
was a definitely you had to know Chief thing too, because it was like
Yes.
it was like he was trying to fit in, be cool. Like, okay, I'll do this Wu-Tang thing. How did we do this again? And he ended up. Just,
I've literally never. Have you heard of that?
it was
before?
like watching someone chug like 3 beers before they did the beer bong. You know, it was like, wait, you're going too hard right now.
I don't think Wu-Tang is like that common of a phrase.
No, that's why I didn't expect you to take it seriously at all. But then you agreed to it, and I explained it, and then you were
no,
still.
you just did that noise.
I said swallow it.
I didn't hear
we
that
said
part.
slap multiple times.
I didn't hear that. I'm like, there's no way that
But-
there's no way they mean
So-
swallow it.
Regardless,
this thing's on
I'll-
fucking fire.
If I
if-
would have walked in dead ass sober and just witnessed that, if I was a fly in the wall and witnessed that, it was still one of the absolute funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I
right.
promise that.
I'll try
I
to
didn't think it
include
was that
some
funny.
footage for more
It
context.
was that funny.
Let's not.
It was
Dave,
that
please
funny.
fix your hat. You look ridiculous.
No, I'm not.
No, you
you
look
do.
like a
I-
tourist. Fix your head. You look
I'm
like
not.
no.
I
Stop.
am
You
not.
look like a guy who went to the London game for the Bears. Like, come on,
Stop it.
your fucking head.
Stop it.
You look
The
like a
focus
London
is on
tourist.
him
Why is it on me? I'm not the one with
because you're the
bloodshot
one that
eyes.
did this funny thing.
You're
I mean-
a lot more high than I am.
I have
That
I have respect
is
for
not
Chief
true.
after that.
Yeah,
he ripped the hell out of that.
Totally respect it. He should be on his ass right now, and he's pretty composed.
You're like Will
fine.
Ferrell in
I-
Old School.
am definitely a little high. That I am.
Prove it.
I am. I swear to God, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
So Dave, normally on the show, the round table, we do eye exams. We'll start with you.
Danny, we're allies for this
You're
moment
right.
and this moment
All
only.
right, let us have this.
I don't want to come back at you with this, but your eyes are also fucking gonzo.
Fair.
We have a strict no caps policy. We ain't doing.
Nope.
We ain't doing hats tonight.
I know
fellas.
they're red.
Come on, Dave.
I cried my eyes out.
Come
It was
on,
that
Dave.
funny to me. It might have been just to me. It was that funny to me.
That's one of my favorite Trill Withers tweets of all time. It was like when Lonzo and LeVar Ball like walked on like first take and they're like trotting out and it was in reverse and he just tweeted like when the bouncer says we ain't doing hats tonight, fellas. You know what I mean? Like you go to like a place that doesn't allow hats.
That was like Portnoy telling it to White Sox Dave for the first time outside of Barstool
Yes,
River North.
that's
Barstool
right.
River North.
That's right. Yeah. We ain't doing hats tonight, fellas.
My 4-day swan face.
It really
After a
is.
haircut. So my hair looked dapper that night.
I thought you wore a hat. That was the issue. I
No.
think you're wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Then the second
It
time.
was the second time.
Then
So
the
we had the
second
grand
time-
opening, and then we were there the next day for like the national championship game.
Was that what it was? And
Yeah.
then the second time I actually did out my hair.
Yeah.
And it looked good.
Yeah. Good.
Good.
GUD.
Yeah.
How so? If he was really just taking this to the dome, how are you in worse shape than him?
Because
That's
he
always the
didn't
case.
realize what he was doing. And we were just letting him go. That's what it was an unbelievable. Lance, please, someone back me up.
Please.
Anybody back me up.
It was funny.
We have it on video.
You
We're
didn't
releasing
understand
this
what
to
he's-
make.
He's
We
saying
have to round it the whole thing out then. We have to
going
go
to trial.
start to finish because he's got the whole thing on camera too.
he's just
It is only fair.
No,
if we release
Danny
this
said,
podcast,
I'm
we
not
have
going to put this anywhere.
We have to release the whole video, start to finish.
Video is not. It doesn't have a commercial in it.
Oh, that's not
We have
fair.
no
that
obligations.
is not fair. That is so not fair.
Wait. I don't know.
Come on.
Wait.
Because the focus is on me right now, and I know I look fucking mega stoned, and this is gonna be a fucking story. Shut up.
What do you mean?
Stop the what do you means.
It's just gonna be a video of Chief ripping a joint like a champ.
And it's awesome.
It's
awesome.
And then we'll realize it. We'll make a highlight reel of Chief ripping the joint with the.
It's an awesome video.
We can't put it on YouTube. They're against.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that is true. Fuck.
Oddly enough, though, like you're the least contentious.
Yeah,
as big of a problem as you are.
Let him chill.
You're not really a
Don't
problem.
let him cook. Let him chill. Don't go at him
right
today.
now.
I
think I might be like a big proponent of you being in this state of mind.
No.
What, do you think he's lying?
I'm not as. I swear to God, I'm not as stoned as you think I am.
I think you're more stoned than you think you are.
Maybe there's a gray area then. Maybe there's a middle ground.
I think Dave really would have been laughing just as hard if he wasn't high. I'll say that.
Really?
Danny and I shared like a little moment out there.
Yeah, but don't deny that this guy's not barbecue.
I'm not. Both can be true at once. Both can be true at once.
I feel like we've been talking about this for 20 minutes.
Both can be true at once.
Resonate.
Both can be true at once.
Well, what are we getting to next?
I think this is
the story is told.
I don't care about the story. Dave is the story right now. He is turning himself into the story.
That's
which is fine. All right, Dave. I put in a dip with solidarity though. So me and Dave were workshopping a new show. I've actually had this show in the. It's been in development hell for a few years, Dave. So I want to do dip reviews with you, where literally we just go live for 10 minutes a week and we try a new dip. Because I think we share like one dip a year. It's usually on these trips. I brought my Skull Citrus pouches, and Dave, of course, brought his Grizzly Wintergreen
Long Cut. Yep.
Yeah, I tweeted this earlier. They're the meme of the black house next to the pink house. Eddie with his citrus pouches, Dave with his Grizzly Wintergreen Long Cut. Are you going to be willing to be doing Long Cut alongside Dave for this?
Yeah, for the show. Yeah, I would definitely do it.
Eddie's done it before with me.
Yeah, I would definitely do it. If it's only once, I don't prefer to do it all the time. I would rather, if I'm regularly doing it.
Can we make this the inaugural episode?
Sure.
I don't know because I have some requests. I want Dave to grade how neat or messy you put it in every time.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I feel like you might be a messy
that's
guy.
Fine.
Okay, that's okay.
He's not a rookie though.
Yeah, I've dipped before in my life.
What do? Do you tongue it in? You put it in completely using the fingers, or you let the tongue glide it in?
No, I pull the lip far from the teeth, and I ouch it in. But this can't be the inaugural episode, though, because your eyes are taken away from the whole show. The whole premise of the
Do you like dipping with Cottonmouth?
Yeah, I like dipping at all times.
I know, seriously. I could see why you wouldn't like it if your mouth is super dry. I thought it was a fair point.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
What haven't you tried yet? Are there any like typical?
Dude, there's so many. My friend used to work for the water department, and he worked with this Indian guy, and he had like Indian chew, So like the possibilities are endless,
Remember we've talked about before, like the urban legend of skull watermelon.
Yes. Did you guys have that urban legend?
No.
So that was always like remember Skull Citrus pouches dropped at my 7th grade year. So you were a freshman in high school.
Yeah, because it was my first dip.
So you're already 10 years dipping. Oh
no, my first dip. Well, go ahead. It was Skull Citrus though.
So then they were always like, and they were kind of on like a steady track. Like I don't exactly remember when Peach and Apple came out before that, but I think those were the two before Citrus. But I remember there was always this hot rumor that everyone always said that Skull Watermelon's dropping, and they'd be like, "Oh, you got to go to this store." Someone said they saw it there, and Skull Watermelon was like, at least in my neighborhood, the biggest urban legend like of all time.
That didn't reach the
it was
West
like
Burbs, I guess.
saying there's a holographic Charizard at this one card shop.
Yes.
Okay.
It was that big, which it would still be great. Also, don't really understand the logistics. Can you still sell these in the city, Citrus?
It can only has to be a certain amount away from a school.
Yes, I think it's a quarter mile.
But yeah, you can in the city.
Really?
You can, yeah.
As long as it's not close to a school.
A K through 8.
So
it can be a high school though.
So why can you sell
that.
flavored chewing tobacco but not flavored vapes in the city?
You can't sell vapes. Period.
Really?
Yeah, vapes.
Those are done
in the city.
I did not know that.
No,
I never got into
done.
vapes.
They'll have like menthol jewels. No, I guess not completely done. I don't know. I feel like since I've gotten out of it, some certain laws have been passed. Like they've definitely gotten stricter on all vapes.
Did you go through a big vape phase?
Yeah, but every time I get them, it would just be like a friend got them from the suburb or something. I would never actively get them.
Did you guys do that? Go to the DuPage or anything for?
Oh yeah, Bensonville runs were a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, yeah,
because it was a little cheaper.
Wheaton, Dry Town, we'd have to go to Warrenville, Naperville, or Glen Ellen.
Wheaton's a dry town.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the most Christian town in America.
It's loosened up a lot over the years, I guess, but like we would have to go to Glen Ellen. That's
what do you mean? Like there's no
liquor
liquor stores, nothing like that.
Arrowhead was like so. There's one place that was grandfathered in from like 1865 or something, like Civil War era. That's like a old school pub on the north side. Then Arrowhead was like a big deal because they had a bar and served alcohol out of a tap. You could get alcohol. You couldn't get it on Sundays. It had to be prior to 5 p.m., I think, or 6 p.m., and not allowed on Sundays at all. No liquor. You could get beer and wine. It was like a fucking southern town.
Dave being from a drive town is like Sophia from Call Her Daddy.
No. I was Warrenville. Warrenville's it's fucking polar opposite.
However, I'll say this: the last
that
time
joke didn't get appreciated enough.
It got appreciated. I think it's just too high to realize it got appreciated.
Sitcom laugh track.
Gotta-
Drake and Josh laugh track.
Moving.
Well, it's not abnormal, but it's not. It's. I think Chief's just a little inebriated. I think
No, I think I'm fine.
I think the high started taking him
I
over.
think you're trying to like tweak people out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No,
But you're
I
high,
just
aren't
think
ya?
I just think you smoke consistently, so like we're on an island where it's like we're in normal mode, and like obviously Dave is pretty high, and then I think Chief's like
You guys
slowly
will never
settling in.
understand how
We
funny
can't
I
circle
saw
back to that story. We can't.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going to go with this, but it was something about Dave being in a dry town. I don't know, whatever. Oh, that's what I was going to do. So there were 2 days in. Like, what's the opposite of honky tonking? What's you getting high as shit in a desert?
Desert dancing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we haven't really gotten after it yet. We've just been busy.
It's
doing
tomorrow night.
Videos. and interviews.
What did we like?
Yeah,
It's like you're in the vortex. You're in the vortex in Sedona.
In Sedona, yeah.
Yeah.
It reached Scottsdale, I guess.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It's like magnetic energy fields and
Yeah.
stuff.
You wouldn't
Someone
get
was
it.
talking. I think Lance was talking about it.
Yeah. Or Tom.
Or, yeah, it was Tom, maybe.
Yeah.
About a vortex in Sedona?
You don't know about this?
No.
Oh,
I know, but I know
Tuesday
about
back.
Colorado City, Arizona, though. You know about Colorado City, Arizona?
Ghost Town?
It's like it's like one of those cult cities, from what I understand.
Oh, yeah.
The whole city?
Yeah, like
How far from here?
It's pretty north.
Okay.
Google, I've talked to Nick Traney about this. Google, you may have heard of it because it's off 57 Stella, Illinois.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
We talked about that, yeah.
That was like the planned community, right?
Yeah, it's super weird, like armed
Is it
guards
still
at the
alive?
end. Yeah. You can't get near it, I guess.
We've got to go to Onion Town, dude.
I'd love to go to Onion Town.
Yeah.
We're a little
Would you
scared to go to
actually?
Onion Town.
Are you?
Yeah.
It can't. It's one street. It can't possibly.
Yeah,
be
one
as
way
bad
in,
as
one way in, one way out. That doesn't scare you?
Onion Town had. Yeah, no, Onion Town. I think about a couple shows that we've done where it was like, where we plan to do it, because usually we just do trips like as a group, and we haven't really done any trips. Well, R.I.P. to the Tuesday episodes, but I think about that. I think about Jasper Mall a lot.
Jasper Mall would be good.
You did Jasper Mall with us,
Yeah,
right?
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were on that
It
one.
was sad. It's super depressing.
Yeah, I mean it's just commonplace in America
right,
now.
right,
Malls
of
are-
course, yeah.
Mall, Jasper Mall is about.
But to
abandoned
see it
mall in
like
Alabama.
happening in movie form, it was sad.
The abandoned Six Flags in New Orleans is probably
Yeah.
like the equivalent to your Bahamas.
Pretty much, yeah. I've driven past before.
We got to get you there. So we got to put a fund together. Be like,
I don't
get
think
us
I'd
I've
go
never
in.
like
abandoned
seen
Six
pictures.
Flags in
Is
New
it like
Orleans.
you need fan boats to get around like it's the bayou?
No.
It's not that bad, but there's definitely standing water.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And
there's got to be gators
There's
in there.
for sure gators.
Yeah.
yeah.
climbing the roller coaster?
But I don't know, dude. The way Megan and Chaps talk about gators, like, no, you're fine.
Yeah, they talk about like they're squirrels.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm
don't
sure
bother
it's
them.
like coyotes to me and him.
No.
Oh yeah, that
Coyote would never like it would
hurt
be
you.
to
Yeah.
kill a human.
Right. Bad equivalence.
Yeah.
scratch it.
You would say a coyote would never hurt a human?
Never would be able to like kill an adult man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Attack it? Yes.
Yeah, if it had like rabies or
Yeah,
something. But
it'd be sick.
I was watching Cujo recently.
You are so weird.
What's that?
Cujo? You never heard of Cujo?
Why do you only watch horror movies though?
I don't exclusively watch horror movies.
I've been more into horror movie stuff lately. I'm starting
guys
to follow the
in.
House of Usher.
What?
Dip in, watching horror movies together.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are really bonding on this trip. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking go at White Sox Dave's house.
I might throw it on right after this and kick all you guys out of my bedroom.
Can I stay?
You know what, Ed? You can.
All right, yeah, we're gonna go to Dave's house. We're
Yeah.
gonna turn his $6,000 speakers up to 100.
It's not
Catch all the
too
rats outside his
dissimilar,
place, and we're gonna watch horror movies and dip.
It's not too dissimilar a setup to this.
That's the new
That
series.
sounds like
Yeah.
a Saturday in 6th grade. I'm gonna watch movies, dip.
We should
Kill
do that,
rats.
Dave. Should we revise the idea? Like instead of like quick dips, like I dip in a scare. Like we go to watch a horror.
Yeah, I love it.
Just dip in a trip.
So
Dip your toes in.
on the topic of dip, first dip. Let's hear all the stories.
I'm
Just
actually
go
very
around
proud of
table,
mine.
right?
You go first. I'm proud of mine though.
All right, I was in 7th grade. I was at Olympia Park.
Wow.
And there was a kid from my grade school, a year older, and it just so happened he was an Indian kid. Eddie, you probably know him. Great guy, emo. And
Yes.
he was a big dipper. He was a year older than me. And he's like, "You ever try this stuff?" And it was Skull apple pouches. And I said, "No, I haven't, but like I've tried a cigarette before." He's like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." I took it, and I was surrounded by kids like a year younger than me on their bikes. Instantly, I felt like I got a fever. Didn't puke actually, but passed out on the wood chips. Needed someone to basically ride my bike home for me. And then I did it the next week.
And that was it.
Yeah.
No sickness or nothing.
Didn't puke that time, but I puked since.
Yeah. So really, there's not like a great story behind mine. The only thing that I'm proud of is that my first one was Copenhagen Straight,
That's
which is kind of
that's
like
big balls.
Yes,
yeah,
that's like a
big
hair on your
balls.
chest dip.
Oh yeah, that is.
That's like
For
a
sure.
no filter
No
cigarette
puke?
for your first
Yeah.
time smoking.
No, I didn't puke. I did it on like a bike ride home, so it was like all sloppy.
Oh,
Like,
that's all.
spitting on
That's
myself and
worse.
shit. Yeah,
Oh,
like drop,
yeah, it's so bad.
like riding your bike home.
You were
dipping.
spitting like while we were riding,
Yeah,
so just going in the wind.
Yeah,
I feel like you get some big loogies there, and you're bound to get a shoulder of spit.
Oh yeah, I may as well have.
you're
Like,
wearing
cigarette on the
that.
highway.
I may as well have like a BMX helmet on backwards. I didn't know where I was going.
Oh yeah, it's like talking about being high.
I
It's
kind of
like
have a
being
buzz
high.
mouth just
Yeah.
from this dip.
Yeah,
Did you puke?
No, I did not. I did not.
I
Really?
feel like that'd be an instant puke riding the bike. You're
Yeah.
spitting all over yourself.
yeah. Get all the bumps in.
This guy was a mess on the side of the 90, just puking on himself.
It may have been
Wiggling on
pouches,
his
though.
haro
I
back and
guess it's a
forth.
little less hard. But like,
Ah,
it's still Cope Straight, Dave. David.
That does lessen it for sure.
There was a reason you didn't specify pouches.
you would have said that right off the bat.
All right, you got me.
And I was
Listen, all
trying
right.
to-
If quick dips is going to work, we got to keep each other honest.
That's true. That's true.
all right. So I apologize.
Circle of trust.
Yes,
right.
it is. So I apologize, Chief.
Are we naming names? That kid, you know all the McGrath auto dealerships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on my
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
So he was 2 years older than me, driving me to the hockey game. I threw it in. Didn't know what to do with it. I think I was 14 or 15. Just like white knuckle, gutted because there's two other guys in the car on the way to the game. Get to the game, didn't even make it inside. Just puked in like the little outdoor garbage cans that have the ashtrays on top. That was
It
that.
shocks me none that of the four of us, you're the only
I was
one doing
basically
puke.
like, it was like the Wu-Tang situation all over again.
How old were you? You didn't say. I don't think.
I was in 7th grade,
What, 13?
maybe 6th grade. Yeah.
So 12, 13.
12, 13,
yeah,
yeah.
that's you guys are beat my ass. I was 16 or 17. We had a playoff baseball game against Bennett Academy. At like 9 a.m. It was an early morning game. It was a first round game on a Saturday morning. So that Friday, instead of going out and drinking and partying and everything, we went and saw the movie Sin City. You know that movie?
Oh, yeah.
It's a comedy. It's a
Bruce
great,
Willis.
great fucking movie.
This is like AA.
And at IMAX, and a couple of the older kids on the team were throwing dips in, and I got to the end. I'm not going to be a pussy if it's offered to me, so I threw it in. And it's IMAX, and I was sitting there buzzing my fucking tits off, and I didn't puke at all. But obviously, since then, I've been hooked.
yeah. Like,
True
Yeah.
love story.
It really was.
Is there anything you love more than dip?
You know,
Like breakfast food
and
breakfast
can,
food or
can
dip.
we agree that we'll never take a single cent of sponsorship money for the show? So we can grade dips honestly on the topic of being truthful and honest.
Yeah,
Not from like.
Sure.
Yes.
You don't want to be compromised.
We don't want to be
I
compromised.
agree.
Right.
We don't be compromised. We could
I'm sure the sponsors will be
And
lining up for this.
people may shit on me
you're
for
turning
this.
out a lot
we
of
might be
offers.
able to get Lucy signed up.
Zin
Lucy does fucking
or like
Advisors?
tobacco alternative. I would do something like that, but not like I don't want Grizzly Wintergreen sponsoring us. Some, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Sorry, Google. This is strictly a
So-
passion project.
So
Yeah, it is
exactly. I have no problem admitting I like Zin. I love Zin.
Yeah.
I don't dip
It's
nearly
all
as much as I
sensitive
used
people
to.
from
Don't-
Grizzly Winter.
I know.
Hear that.
No, I don't. I hate
Or
that.
that ruins
I
your
know, and
quick
it's-
dips credibility right off the bat.
It ruins a lot of credibility I have. I use Zin regularly now.
You might need to balance
Mostly
it out by
because
doing
you
Red
look like a
Man
scumbag
actual
when you're
chew.
walking around with what Ed's got right now.
Real quick though, I do want to talk about Stella Blue Coffee. Let's pause the dip talk for a second. Stella Blue Coffee, we believe in good coffee is one of the most non-negotiables in life, Dave. Stop drinking those boring, tasteless big coffee beans. Turn to Stella Blue. Remember, your mornings are sacred. It's time to start treating them that way. Not only are Stella Blue coffees premium beans sourced from the most coffee-rich geographies on earth, but they are Big Cat tasted and approved, which is obviously more important. Stella Blue Coffee's delicious roasts are available in cold brew, K-cups, ground, and whole bean formats to seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine. Oh, and every bag sold helps save dogs.
Love that.
Love that. Shout out Stella, George, Ace,
Yep.
Cold brew's really
Miss
good.
Peaches.
Miss Peaches, of course.
Cold brew's
Famous
really
Miss
strong.
Peaches.
Yeah.
Take back your mornings today by heading to StellaBlueCoffee.com. Use promo code WALK for 20% off any order of $25 or more. Or find Stella Blue Coffee on Amazon, available for next day delivery. Again, promo code WALK for 20% off any order of $25 or more on StellaBlueCoffee.com.
Stella Blue, probably my number one most consumed liquid at this point.
Probably, yeah. I like those cold brews, though, too.
Yeah, the Keurig
Those are
cups,
good.
all of it.
Yeah, it's like a heavy rotation of Stella Blue, Body Armor, and Miller Lite.
What more could you
That's
ask?
it.
Morning,
Morning,
afternoon.
noon,
Yeah.
and night.
Yeah, morning, noon, and night.
Sometimes they find their way in other slots as well.
Yeah.
A morning Miller, a late night Stella.
Yeah, exactly. It's been quite the trip already. We've just been kind of banking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of videos are going to be coming out within the next couple weeks, months. I don't know. So we did the mid show's out now with Lance Briggs. Ian Happ came by, did a little interview, played a little mini golf segment. Urlacher came by, did a little trivia contest, and we played another mini golf thing. So it's been good. It's been a nice.
It has been.
It's been a busy but a nice little
Yeah.
trip to Arizona so far.
Yeah.
You're
More-
sick.
early morning
More
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Haven't clubbed it up yet.
Hey, you feeling okay over there?
I mean, all right. Sometimes I keep wanting to spit into the microphone.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's-
You'll get the muscle memory down before
know.
we do this.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get it together before
Yeah.
quick
We
dip.
need
gotta
to think of
develop
other
a
things you
habit.
should be graded on. So how neatly you put it in. Maybe how you spit too.
I'm good. Okay, right, Dave?
Like how you
Yeah.
how you approach spitting the bottle. I mean,
Should we have a
Is that
different
the long cut?
No.
That okay.
Should we have a different spitter?
every
Got it, Ed.
You're gutting it right now?
Yeah.
Dave.
Dave.
I don't think I'll ever be there.
No,
with
you
that
probably won't.
attitude.
You honestly, I don't want to come off as like a billboard for. I hate dipping. I wish I'd never done it. Real talk.
it's good to lead with
So
that.
don't ever get to that point, but dip
I don't
at the
think
same time is
I
fucking
won't get
great.
addicted from one day.
No.
Week, right?
You dip the perfect amount. You dip with the fellas.
Your alarm will ring on Friday morning. You'll start salivating. You'll
Yeah.
just be like Pavlov's dog.
No,
every
it took
Friday. You'll be
it took me a solid like
little
year and a
cold
half of
sweats
dipping
Thursday
every
night,
single
just
fucking
waiting
day.
for it.
Do you does your lip start
No.
to quiver?
My dentist has never said a single fucking bad thing about my teeth.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, never about my gums. Knock on wood, obviously, considering I use this shit so much. But, yeah, yeah,
What
good
else we
teeth.
got,
Lucky.
I had another requirement.
Requirement?
Yeah, for the
Quick or dip and a scare, quick dips. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll start quick dips and then
Move on.
yeah.
Yeah.
every 10 episodes you have to horseshoe.
No.
Oh god.
No, that's high school stuff. Come on.
Hey, it's
Grow up,
entertainment.
Dan.
You know what I will
This
do
is-
with you though?
You have to top.
This
You
is
have to upper lip it then. Long cut.
This is like
upper lip, long cut.
Think of it like two guys having conversation amongst cigars.
This is like comedians in cars getting coffees just with dip.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong. That's not how I envision the show. I want it like two gentlemen smoking cigars, having conversation.
I love cigars.
I think Eddie should
Yeah,
have
we're
the
not
bike there. And
we're not
spit on the way
smoking
back,
Swisher
too.
Sweets, trash like that. We're smoking nice cigars.
Your eyes look a lot better now.
Thank
they
you.
do, they do.
The story's kind
Probably
of
turn your hat around now.
No, I'm not.
I used to like a good backwoods once in a while. Just straight up.
What?
I've only smoked
Wait,
like two in my life.
I know
A lot of people just use
I-
it as a.
I did
as
think
a,
about what you were talking about
as a
right there.
marijuana mechanism.
Yeah.
But
Oh God,
Right?
how do you do, fellow kids?
what a
Yeah.
marijuana mechanism.
Marijuana mechanism.
I knew what I was doing there. Shut up.
Yeah, you guys are giving me shit for not knowing what Wu-Tang is. He's talking about marijuana mechanisms.
You're asleep in that chair right now.
Yeah.
Me? I'm not a big dip guy. I didn't want to monopolize the dip conversation.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, checkmate.
That's fair enough. That's fair.
We're letting you two cook about dip.
That's fair enough. This has been just like a workshopping. You're right.
Why?
You like you were doing. You lost a contact or something.
Chief,
it's
can you
red
get that for
again.
him?
What?
Can you get that for him?
Thanks. Got it.
Got it.
Got it. You're gonna get a little honky tonky.
Maybe. Perhaps.
soon.
Yeah. Maybe.
Speaking of that, we just found out about a return trip to Nashville this summer.
Yeah, it's like
go.
same time
We
of
might
year.
have to run it back.
So Honky Tonk will be back on the menu.
Maybe.
And what could be before that is Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas
Lot
right to
coming up.
Nashville.
Mhm.
That would be.
I think I might die.
Oh, I just got like the fumes down my.
Oh no,
down my
Dave,
throat.
coach him.
I got the fumes down my throat.
I'm looking.
Suck it up.
Do
Water.
you take a Tums after you dip?
I do have heartburn.
That's why I asked.
It's either that or it's the pizza that we ordered tonight that was not very good.
Can you talk about that?
No.
Well,
I don't want to bash a place.
yeah, we ordered pizza that was highly ranked, Chicago style. And
Try to figure out which one it is.
yeah,
It's like a fucking
surprisingly
21
highly
questions.
ranked. And
By who?
You guys can say it was surprisingly highly ranked, and half of it I thought was perfectly fine, perfectly adequate. The other half was incredibly bad.
The reviews are in.
The reviews are electric. How you feeling about tomorrow?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big day. I'm actually really excited for people to see the mini golf that we did with Ian Happ, because the whole time you could just tell Ian Happ was just trying to like understand like what goes on in your brain about being a White Sox fan. He was needling you a little bit,
Yeah, he
but I
was.
don't think he was like. I think he was genuinely interested about what your
I
thoughts
think he's
were.
a genuinely curious guy about a lot of stuff.
Yes, he loves baseball.
Yeah. He likes a lot of things.
Exactly. So
We have that in common.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be out by the time we do it, so we could talk
Yeah.
a little bit. So we are interviewing White Sox GM Chris Getz.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Well, today,
Yes.
technically.
And like, I think we just like we're gonna prep tonight. Are you? Do you feel?
We're going to talk about it after this, obviously. I got the
Talk
meat
about it in the hot tub.
I want to say, but I need help with like the start.
Okay. Yeah.
Eddie, help him.
Yeah. Dude, that's my Quick Dips partner. Of course.
Yeah.
I'll help him. Whatever he
Till
needs.
death do your
Are you
parts.
kidding me? I'll help him fix his wires in his car if they get chewed out again.
Kidney?
Yeah, whatever he needs, I'm in. And I'm so mad. We're watching basketball right now, and we all hopped in the Nuggets, and we just lost miserably. How many points did Jokic end up with?
I think
Just checking.
14.
Yeah.
14.
He was loafing, dude. He definitely just took like an off night. We got the Kings. We're just gonna trot it out there.
It's because Chief wrote it.
This 30 seconds that I glanced at the TV is the most NBA I've watched in a decade.
I've been watching a lot this year. I don't know why.
I can't watch it anymore at all.
More for us.
What about,
Yeah, I'm not.
14 points for
14.
Jokic.
To each their own. Not for me anymore. I can't root for two Reinsdorf ran organizations.
So you're out on the Bulls completely?
I mean,
Wake you up.
what am I? Yeah, what am I rooting for?
Yeah, Ed.
I mean, the Bulls are a tough team.
I'm
to root for
baseball,
right now.
football, basketball. What am I reading?
Well, Northwestern.
Yeah, they're
Are
fun
you
right
still
now.
like as high on them? Or are you still like bullish
They
on them?
got two starters out. They're clawing and choking for every win they're getting right now, but they're not going to make a run.
They're a lock for the tournament, though, right?
At this point, yeah.
They got
Yeah.
their 20th win.
Yeah.
Today.
And they got 4 Big Ten. Yeah.
Are there 2 players out? Are they going to be back for
Two
the
start.
tournament?
One is apparently, he could have played tonight apparently, but who knows how it'll be. It was an ankle. The other's done for the year.
Gotcha.
When do you change the Twitter name?
They've been on a nice run the last 2 years without it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very big of you.
Yeah. I don't want to put my stink on them.
Sorry.
Why don't you ever change your Twitter name? Switch it up one time.
What do you want me to do? Quick Dips Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
There
we
you
want-
go.
Great promo for the new show.
Yeah, exactly. Should I just make my profile just the can of dip of the week?
I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
You change your picture
like
every
that.
day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Send us some dip recommendations, and they can be worldwide too. I know there's like Swedish dips
Yeah.
because I got that from Scott Darling.
I wouldn't
Way too strong. Not strong, like way stronger than American shit.
really.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
want to do
It's
a
like-
horseshoe, but one thing that I would like to do with you.
No.
Have you ever tried
Gentleman Ed?
Have you ever tried Red Man Plug?
Yeah, of course.
I'd love to do it. I'd love to eat a full plug with you.
I mean, everybody. When you start dipping, you try every single dip on planet Earth. So
The Red
yeah,
Man Plug is different. Do you know what Red Man Plug is?
like the tobacco leaves.
Different.
Oh,
That's
the
just Red
stick?
Man. It's a fucking brick. It looks like an
Yeah,
ice cream
yeah.
sandwich.
No, I know what you're talking
and
about.
you
Yes,
bite it off.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
I would
yeah.
definitely love to
You
go
each
bite
get
for
one
yeah.
end.
I used to think they were like
You're
weird
obsessed
cigars.
with Lady of the Tramp.
I didn't say
things.
it. I just said each get one end. You guys need a candle in between you.
You were thinking it. I'd love
So
to go.
it just gets like, is it packaged as a brick or what's
Yeah,
going
it's
on there?
packaged as a brick, and you just bite it off.
What is the point of that?
It's cleaner.
Is it?
Like
Doesn't
yeah, because
sound
like when
it
you're
sounds like you're getting your saliva on.
no,
it
when you're
all the
picking up the leaves, it's like you're like
It's like motor oil. The leaves. I hated them. I like the flavor though.
Oh, I
They
like
taste
it.
like raisins.
I like Golden Blonde. I had a football coach who said it was a Cadillac of dip.
I've talked about them before. I played in a summer league in college, the Wheaton White Sox, and we were really good. We had kids from all over the country, D1 players that played on it, not to brag. Our coach was like legitimately 85 years old, World War II veteran. He has since passed, and I love this man. But he would have a fucking softball size Red Man in his mouth at all times, and he had these little jowls from being so old, where the dip would just like carve out like a little river.
A river.
Yeah, and they stained like the side of his cheeks. That was a man right there.
How many
Bill Slate?
How many World War II vets do you think are still alive?
A few hundred maybe.
Yeah, it's really gone down, right?
Yeah,
How-
a few hundred.
If you were 18 in 1945, right? Because that would be like the youngest you could be.
27. 1927 that'd be. You'd be born in 27.
Okay. So you're almost 100.
Yeah.
Damn.
Got the number. I guess they ran a thing in November 10th. On November 10th, they had 119,000.
Whoa.
Worldwide or U.S.?
It matters.
I'm kind of. I was thinking U.S.
How many? Yeah, Dave's asking how many Nazis are still alive.
That'd be
Quick
wild.
math.
129,000?
119, you said. Right?
119,000?
That really
US?
That's
surprises
way
me.
more than I thought.
Yeah,
way more.
Way more. I would have guessed a few hundred maybe.
Yeah. I tried to find one before. I know it was Vietnam War. Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Okay.
I tried to find one from Vietnam, a tunnel rat. That shit's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
You know what a tunnel rat is?
I don't think so.
So they
Yeah,
were,
they do it in like Forrest Gump, right? They show that scene.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Do you know what this is? It's basically like,
This
you
is
know,
Nam, you said?
Yeah.
This is Nam, yeah. They would
Okay.
have to, they would like dig these like deep trenches, and they would like hide in them to kind of. I'm butchering this a little bit.
Do you want to help?
Yes.
So the Viet Cong had all those tunnels
Yeah.
all over the
Mhm.
place.
Yeah.
So they go in and out of the battlefield,
Yep.
and so we would eventually like kind of dig into the tunnel, and somebody had to be the first guy in. So they like grenade it and shit, but they're always booby trapped. So like it was like considered one of the most dangerous jobs you could have in Vietnam. It's like you're going like sometimes head first into a tunnel, and then they would be like in Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan was just like, "Hey Gump, go check out that hole," and he was just like, "Oh, Forrest Gump like run in with 2 pistols." Yeah,
And he didn't even realize what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up, dude. They would have to go in there, and then obviously, like, there were certain turns in the tunnel where the Vietnamese, they would rig it with like
yeah,
explosives.
booby trapped. Yeah,
Yeah.
Boom. Like you would just die instantly.
So the popular Shane Gillis joke is the early onset Republican thing where we all reach our 30s and all of a sudden become huge history nerds. And that before he made that joke, obviously you guys have made fun of me for that. I never got into the Vietnam era very much. I tried watching the not Peter King.
I know who you're talking about.
What's the
Same guy who did baseball for PBS.
What the hell's his name?
I can't remember.
Peter King, right?
No, that's
Not Peter King.
that's the football guy.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I tried watching it.
Ken Burns.
Ken Burns. Thank you. Ken Burns. There's like a 10-part thing on Nam. I watched it, but his voice is too soothing for something like that. I couldn't keep up. Couldn't wake up.
The baseball is my all-time fall asleep doc.
It's the best thing ever to fall asleep to. Is that and the Masters.
I've never seen that.
It's like it's as boring as can be, but still like
Incredibly informational.
and interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll watch like PBS sometimes and watch like Chicago stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. I do
US
that.
got really good. Yeah.
Forget the guy's name. It's like something Bear, George Bear or something, and he is a great Chicago historian. I don't know. Side note.
What's his? He's
Jeffrey Bear. Jeffrey
guy
Bear.
from Chicago.
Yes, and he does like a bunch of cool shit.
Better than Dilla.
Like
I mean,
yeah,
Dilla like packages it for like us, like
Yeah.
TikTok and like Instagram and shit. This guy.
So this guy's like he does this now.
yes, he's like
Okay.
longer form. Like he'll like just hop in the Chicago River and kind of give you like a
Okay.
little tour of everything.
I got
shit
you.
like that. It's really good. People who watch PBS out there, PBS diehards, will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else? I mean, we could hit the end here.
That number is US.
Wow, that number is
Changed
US.
it multiple
Figure it out,
times,
Lance.
Lance.
Snip, snap.
They made it confusing because I didn't think 16.1 million Americans fought in the war. By that number, for the 16.1, 120,000 of them are still alive.
Okay, so what percentage is?
All right.
Someone do some mental math.
Not important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, fact check.
I think so. All right, then.
Ambulance.
We could wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Thanks for watching. Starting next week, 3 days a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And, yeah, that's it. Anything else?
Nope.
I feel like we may have to record Friday to get you in Honky Tonk phase, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a bank one
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Maybe.
All right? Maybe.
We'll see.
All right. All right, then. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.